Seduction isn't about looks. It's about energy. Truly seductive people don't chase, they attract. Seductive people know how to engage someone's mind and their emotions. Seduction is about how you make someone feel. Truly seductive people know how to pull you in, keep you intrigued, and make you crave more without ever trying too hard. Here's how you can do the same with 4 powerful, mentally captivating techniques that will leave others thinking about you long after you're gone. The first technique is to use intrigue and mystery to captivate. People are drawn to what they don't fully understand. The more they have to figure you out, the more their mind stays on you. When you reveal just enough to spark curiosity, but not too much, their mind starts filling in the blanks, making them more invested in figuring you out. Do this by not oversharing everything at once. Give people glimpses of your personality and experiences. Drop a fascinating statement and let them ask for more. For example, instead of saying, "I love traveling," say, "I had an experience in Morocco that completely changed how I see the world." See how that makes someone lean in and want to know more? A little unpredictability keeps people intrigued. If they think they have you all figured out too soon, they lose interest. Have you ever met someone who doesn't always text back instantly or keeps their life a bit mysterious? That person lingers in your thoughts because your brain wants closure, but they aren't fully giving it. You have to understand that seduction is a mental game, and the one who understands the mind is the one who wins. Some people are naturally seductive and some people are naturally mysterious. This can be for a variety of reasons, including that they're a private person, they have personal issues which hold them back from opening up, or they simply aren't sure about you, so they hold back. This allows them to create that space and mystery because you don't really know what they're thinking or what they want. The second thing you want to master is how to use deep and intense eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most primal and intimate ways to seduce someone. When done correctly, it creates an almost hypnotic pull. It makes the other person feel seen, desired, and locked into your energy. When talking to someone, hold their gaze slightly longer than usual. Not too intensely, just enough to make them notice. They will feel it. You can train yourself mentally to do this by telling yourself to look through into their soul. As they say, eyes are the windows to our soul. Break eye contact slowly, not suddenly. This makes it feel intentional and controlled. Some people have naturally deep gazes. It's intensely attractive. Holding a gaze while in conversation with someone is much easier because you're in the conversation. Other times, if you see someone from across the room looking over, holding a gaze or holding eye contact can sometimes seem nerve-wracking. You should practice holding a gaze with random people to build your confidence with eye contact. So when it comes to the person you really want to have eye contact with, it'll come naturally. Just remember, most people shy away from eye contact. This can be for several reasons. Mainly that they are a shy person or they feel uncomfortable because they're not used to eye contact. Another reason why people avoid eye contact is because they're taken or they're not interested. Some people might avoid eye contact for cultural or religious reasons. Just be aware of that. Pro tip: if you glance at their lips before going back to their eyes, it subconsciously creates tension and attraction. But only do this with someone who is clearly signaling interest in you. Think about the most charismatic characters: James Bond, Cleopatra, or any smooth talker. They don't dart their eyes around nervously. They hold steady, deliberate eye contact. It makes them magnetic and seductive. Remember, you can speak volumes through your eyes, so use them wisely. Thirdly, use the push and pull technique, which is using emotional contrast. This technique creates emotional highs and lows, a mix of warmth and slight detachment that keeps them wanting more. If you're too available, people take you for granted. If you're too distant, they lose interest and may just give up. The key is balancing both. So what is the sweet spot? Giving warmth, then pulling back slightly, which creates craving. You can do this by showing deep interest in them, then a little later playfully challenge them on another point. One day be warm and fully engaged, the next be slightly less available, not in an obvious way and without being cold. This keeps their brain in anticipation mode, making you feel more valuable and rewarding. If you've ever texted with someone who gives great energy then disappears for a few hours, you usually find yourself checking your phone. Or when you post something to your socials and you keep checking to see if you got likes and shares, that's because these things have triggered anticipation mode in your brain. The best way to do this in real life is to create structure and have hobbies that fill up your time. For example, have a rule that you only respond to messages during certain times because you're locked into work mode. This signals you're a busy person, you value your time, and you have priorities. If you attend various classes, events, or are part of organizations such as public speaking or volunteer groups, this keeps you busy. It shows you have a life and you have a purpose. It shows you have depth, which makes you more appealing and attractive to others. Lastly, speak slowly and with purpose. The way you speak can be seductive all on its own. People who talk too fast seem nervous or eager to please. But those who slow down, they control the room. Do this by speaking deliberately, with pauses to create suspense and intrigue. Lower your voice slightly and emphasize certain words to make them more impactful. To go a step further, you can hang off or prolong certain words. For example, you could say, "Your arms look big in that shirt," emphasizing the word big. You could also say, "I didn't know you can go that deep." Slightly pause before that deep and say it in a slow, playful tone. This works for anything, even conversation, stretching, or squatting at the gym. You could also say, "You're so strong. I bet you could handle me." Linger on the word strong and lower your voice slightly on handle me to make it more suggestive. You can say, "Is it always this hard?" Pause before hard, as if you're genuinely curious. This works for anything from workouts to solving a difficult problem. If you want to start with something more innocent and work your way up, you can say on a dinner date, "Your dish looks good," emphasizing and prolonging the word good. You can also use silence as a tool. Instead of filling space with filler words such as ums and likes, let your words breathe. Get comfortable speaking with pauses, but don't let there be an awkward silence. Have you ever listened to someone with a slow, deep, and deliberate way of speaking? Pull you in without even trying. They don't rush, and people hang on to their words. The real secret about seduction is that it's not about being someone you're not. It's about controlling the way you present yourself. Understanding the mind and how to elicit responses through your presence is key. When you master these 4 techniques, you make people lean in, crave more, and feel magnetically drawn to you. Which one of these techniques do you think is the most powerful? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe for more ways to be a magnetic person.